How's everybody doing? This is BBQ Juice. Today I'm going to be doing a somewhat of a review of the Razer Panthera Evo arcade stick. Had it about 2 months now, so put it through some of the paces, played it through different platforms, different games, and I think now I've kind of got an opinion built around it. So I'll give my thoughts on it, talk about it, also do a comparison between the Mayflash F300 Elite. So let's start with the Razer. I got this about 2 months ago. Razer had a insane sale on their website that I basically got it for the same price. I got it for basically the same price as the Mayflash, so I figured why not? Great price. Said why not pick it up, give it a try, check it out, see what it's like. So from the top, one of the main big differences is obviously, as you can tell, the size. This is a full-size fight stick, arcade stick, however you want to call it. This is a full-size model. So immediately, as someone that plays with a fight stick on my lap, I don't play on table or with it on a bench or anything of that sort. It's a lot more comfortable because it fills across your lap in a sense where it doesn't feel awkward. So that was a great plus, or great start, I mean. It has a good weight to it, but it's really not too heavy. It doesn't feel hollow. It doesn't feel like it's, well, I mean, it's hollow in a sense, but it doesn't feel like cheaply hollow or too empty. It feels pretty good. But for something this size, I thought it would have weighed a little bit more, but it doesn't. So not a con for me, not a problem. But as you can see, it does come with a Sanwa JLF lever, and it comes with Razer. Sorry, I'll give a demonstration of the lever. And it comes with Razer's mechanical switch buttons, similar to the mechanical switches they use in their keyboards, the clicky switches. So these are already a lot more quiet in a sense compared to the Mayflash. Not to say that they're quiet, but they are more quiet. Might not be able to tell in the video as much. Try not to bang it since I have my mic on the desk, but I know a lot of people say they can't tell the difference. To me, immediately as soon as I started using this fight stick, not only do the buttons feel different, but they obviously sound different. I know that probably has to do with the housing and the frame of both of the fight sticks, the boxes, but this fight stick, the buttons are loud, like extremely loud, especially when you're playing at a fast pace and you're hitting the buttons a lot. It gets extremely loud, very loud. And also, though they have the exact same stick, that's what it says, they both are stated to have the same Sanwa JLF lever. The stick in the Mayflash is a lot louder as far as how clicky it is. And it also feels different. So the lever in the Razer definitely feels like it's slightly looser. I think that's what aids in the movement. It feels like it has a more gentle movement when you're using the stick. So not cons for me. I like exactly how this Razer fight stick is. I honestly prefer the lever exactly how it is and configured in this fight stick compared to the Mayflash. I don't know if it's the housing or how loose this lever is when installed compared to the Mayflash. I'm not sure, but personally I prefer this lever. I like it a lot more. Also, this slant that you see here, you could definitely see it in the lighting there across the bottom, is really comfortable to rest on. You have this arcade stick on your lap. Can't really show because of the desk. Your forearms this is like the perfect rest for them. It's very comfortable. As you can tell, the top piece is plexiglass. Only gripe I have about this, I haven't personally tried to change the graphic or the art that comes in it. I do know that some people say it's kind of more difficult than it should be. I might change it eventually, I'm not really sure. But the gripe I have with this plexiglass compared to Mayflash box is this plexiglass is like the biggest dust particle fragment collector ever. Basically, every time I use this fight stick, I have to wipe down the plexiglass because it collects any little pieces of dust on it, and it feels awkward on my arms. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's an OCD thing, I'm not sure, but I feel it, I notice it, and it kind of bothers me. I usually don't have to pick up a controller and do anything. Any other controller that I use, play any games with, I usually pick them up and play, not a problem, even the Mayflash. But I have a tendency to have to wipe this down because it just irritates me. Got the PlayStation button up here. This is it was made as a PS4 fight stick for PlayStation. Obviously it works on PC, nonetheless, since it was made as a PS4 fight stick, you have your PlayStation button, home button, and then you have your touchpad, whatever they call this. It actually has a cool, like a cool actuation to it when you feel it. Kind of feels cool. You also have L3 and R3 buttons at the top. You have your switch to change your joystick from left analog stick. D-pad is in the middle, and then right analog stick. So the neat addition. I mean, Mayflash only actually goes between. It's been a while because I really haven't used the Mayflash, honestly, since I got this too much. But the Mayflash only goes between X and Y input and D-pad. So the way that this is set up, like I said, this is marketed as a PlayStation fight stick, so makes it easier on the user. It's a lot easier. It's simple. Switches right here. You can feel very easily. You feel the actuation when you switch. There's not a doubt if you switch it or not. Right under that, you also have the lock and unlock switch for if you have this fight stick in tournament, so you don't accidentally hit any of these buttons. Pause button, because though convenient, the options button sometimes does get accidentally pressed because of its location. I'll get to that in a second. And you also have the volume button and a mute button, because this fight stick actually has a headphone mic jack right here on the side, as well as the options and share button. Let me get a close up of this. I was trying to show you earlier. There we go. Now you can see. Left stick, BP, right stick, D-pad, my bad. Lock and unlock. Mute and volume. There. Options. So you have the headphone button on the side. Neat addition if you're, you know, regular online gaming. Plug your headset in, talk right through it. You don't have to worry about that, since a lot of people plug directly in their controller. Very nice addition. I like that. Like having the option to use it if I would like to. But like I was saying about the options button, it's a great place, but also a pain sometimes, because I do accidentally hit it sometimes when it's just sitting on your lap like this. My arm, sometimes I'll hit it because it has a very, very soft actuation. Actually has, I think they're supposed to be similar switch to this, but they actually feel like a lighter actuation. I don't know, maybe it's just me. The Razer mechanical switches in these buttons, like I said before, I like them. I prefer them, honestly, compared to the Sanwas, at least in this stick. I can only really talk for what I know, so I'm directly comparing the buttons and lever in this stick to the buttons and lever in this stick. So with that being said, I prefer these buttons. They just feel better for me. Actuation, everything, it's like I said, it's a little bit more quiet, so it's not as loud. They're nice buttons, they're nice switches. Razer did a good job with making the buttons with their switches and with mechanical switches. I think it was a great addition. I think it was a great outcome. I have no complaints. I also like having the option yet again with L3 and R3 up here, right here. It's nice to have them because on a lot of traditional fight sticks, like with the Mayflash, all you usually get is your standard 8 buttons, and then, you know, start, options, menu button, whatever the case may be. On this one you also have a home button here, but it's a lot smaller and in a weird place. So it's a nice addition to have L3 and R3 on top for the lap players, because for the lap players this is probably one of the most important things. Bottom has rubber strips across, top and bottom, all the way across. This, just how it is, works perfect for me. I don't need any more. The fact that it doesn't have it on the sides doesn't affect me because this is enough to hold it in place. I have seen some people complain and say that they wish it had more rubber on the sides here like this. Like I said, across my lap, I don't really have a problem because the top and the bottom works fine for me, but you know, mileage may vary. This right here is a little cover insert so that you have access. Let me see if I can straighten it out to show you. Okay, you have access to, there you go, the lever. So that screw is attached to the bottom of the lever so that you can tighten it or loosen it or take it off if you want to switch the lever, or just remove the lever. That's how you would do all those things. So nice addition, be able to access it that easily without having to open it up. Now in comparison to the Mayflash, don't have access without removing all the screws on the bottom, but I have to say I haven't had to access my joystick. My joystick has been fine the whole time. I have opened this up to switch, and I switched back probably within an hour, the square gate to an octagonal gate. I did try it out. I thought I would like it more and prefer it more, but not at all. Square is just better for me personally. Works, I guess, the best. I haven't tried around yet, which I would like to try a round gate and just switch to basically, I don't know if I'd want to do it with this one. Might, but I do for Tekken purposes want to try a Korean stick with the round gate and the rubber inserts. I want to see what it feels like. But nonetheless, haven't had any problems with this. I think the space in between the two, the stick and the buttons, I think is the same on both sticks, so no variance there. Like I said, personally I am more comfortable with the full-size fight stick, which was something that I knew I would be from testing out the Mayflash. I knew I would prefer to have this, but that was the one of the things that kind of bothered me about this stick. Overall though, the stick has been great. Like I said, I've had it for the past 2 months. I haven't had any problems or hiccups. The only thing that for some odd reason I have an issue with this fight stick is this fight stick, even with the Mayflash Magic adapter, I still cannot get this fight stick to work on my Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure why. Maybe the this adapter needs a software update. I can't figure it out. I tried to do it and I couldn't really get it to work. So maybe somebody out there has gotten it to work or knows the fix. Maybe it's just a different adapter that I need. I'm not sure, but That's the only real, I guess, issue you could say I've had, which really isn't that big of an issue, because the only game I have on the Switch that I either don't have on another system or just can't get on another system, or whatever the case may be, is Ultra Street Fighter 2. Ultra Street Fighter 2 is the only game I have on Switch, the only fighter that I really wanted to test this stick on, but I can't get it to work. But nonetheless, it's worked great for me on both PS4 and PC. Haven't had any problems. Haven't had any connection issues there. Been a great fight stick. Now, in comparison between these two, when comparing these two fight sticks, similar layouts. Like I said, one is more of a compact model, I guess you could say. This is a full-size fight stick. I already said earlier, the joysticks feel a lot different to me. Don't know why. Maybe it's just because this is looser, but the clicky motion on the Razer is less loud and it feels smoother all the way around. In every motion, it feels smoother, it feels softer. So it's probably a case of this joystick just being put in looser, because I have had to tighten it. That was what I meant to say earlier. I've never had to open this to tighten the joystick. I haven't had any problems, but I have had to probably twice now pull out that rubber plug in the bottom and tighten the fight stick because the ball has come off. So might not happen with anybody else's, really not a big deal, but a flathead screwdriver on the bottom, tighten it, easy fix. That's the only thing I've had happen with that, with the joystick. Besides that, joystick is a lot better for me. I mean, let's see if you can hear the difference. Not sure how much you could tell. Not sure how much you could tell through that, but a notable difference. It's something that you can both hear and feel. This has the little dust cover, as the Mayflash does. They both have one. Like I already said, buttons. Look how quiet you could hit these buttons. You could barely hear it. I don't really hear anything. Let's see if you could be as quiet with the Mayflash. Even when you're trying to be quiet, I think it's the hard plastic of the front of the case that makes it resonate so loud. I think that's why. I think that's why overall both the buttons and the stick are just louder. I think it's just the casing, which makes sense. The only other thing with this fight, another thing with this fight stick, not only other thing, but one of the other issues I guess I've had with this Mayflash after the fact is, especially when trying to play on PS4, I mean, it works because it does what it has to do, but the fact that I have to plug PS4 controller into here and basically keep it attached while using this is kind of not the most convenient and not ideal. I mean, oops, it works, you know. If you need to use it on PS4, it works in that sense, but I much prefer the fact that I don't have to plug a controller in here and keep it attached somewhere when using this, because it kind of limits, I don't know, I just don't like to have too many cords attached all over the place. It gets to be like uncomfortable for me. So that's the pro, another pro that the Evo has over the Mayflash. Nice to not have to worry about that. Mileage may vary, may differ. That might not be something that affects you whatsoever. So, you know, just thought I'd put it out there, give all my thoughts and opinions. Like I said, I haven't had any issues really whatsoever with the Razer. Been sound, been solid. I do tend to go back and forth depending on the game or how I'm feeling at the time, whatever the case may be. When playing most fighters, I do tend to go back and forth between the Razer, and when I want to play on a regular controller, Hori Fighting Commander. I love this controller for multiple reasons. The D-pad, the buttons, even the what would be triggers, the R and L buttons. Everything about this controller, I feel like for fighting games, is the best value you can get out of a controller, because I think they're generally 30 bucks. I see them on Amazon fluctuate, I think usually between 25 to 30 bucks. Could be 35, it could be off, I'm not sure, but I want to say I picked it up for somewhere between 25 30 bucks. And out of all controllers I've tried, this combination of D-pad and buttons can't be beat. The D-pad is like, everything about this remote just feels like speed and precision. The D-pad is quick, but feel it. You feel the presses. The L and R buttons are just like face buttons. Quick press, quick press, quick press. And then the face buttons are big fat face buttons that are, they just work awesome. Everything works awesome about this. I have gotten used to going back and forth between this and DualShock. I've gotten used to it to the point where I don't really use the R1 and R2 buttons on the face anymore. I kind of usually just use my fingers to hit these. I used to have it mapped opposite because you can see at the top here. There we freaking go. Anyway, you can hit that switch to switch these between L1 R2 to L1 L2 L3 R3. When you do that, you have R1 and R2 here on your face. These become L1 L2, and these become L3 and R3, which is pretty cool. You get the, basically, if you would have had the analog sticks, the presses, you can get them as shoulder buttons. Depending on what game you're playing, could be good for mapping, you know, combination buttons, especially in fighters. Cool plus, cool pro. I used to use it a lot more, and now I generally don't. I usually keep it like this. And to stop myself from being confused when switching games and controllers, I've just gotten used to just using the foreface, using the shoulder buttons instead of the face for R1, R2. But nonetheless, those are the two controllers I usually go between. When playing fighting games, this just is fun to play. Even a brand new game that I don't know what the hell I'm doing, I'm getting trashed in. Nonetheless, it's just fun to play on this fight stick. It's comfortable. Plexiglass doesn't tend to bother me. It doesn't tend to really get hot for me. The rubber on the bottom is enough to keep it on my lap. It doesn't slide around for me. Joystick, face buttons, everything about this fight stick so far for me has been great. I don't really have any complaints. And honestly, if looking at another fight stick, I don't know what else I would be looking for over this. Like I said, it works great for me. I don't have any problems. So check it out if you can, especially if you catch it on a sale like I did. The Razer Panthera Evo. Like I said, 2 months in, no issues, no hiccups. And getting it at the price, like I said, I got it at the almost the exact price I got the Mayflash for. So at that price, this is a ridiculous bargain. Like a no-brainer bargain, to the point where, like, if you're getting into fight sticks and can catch this on sale with a coupon, catch it around like 100 or less, don't even think, don't look anywhere else, don't compare. If you're looking for a beginner fight stick, especially for PS4, PlayStation, and PC, this is a great choice. And if you can catch it at the right price for a first fight stick, you probably won't look for anything else. I mean, there's a few things I personally haven't encountered because I haven't gone those routes or had to do anything. I haven't switched anything I have not switched anything out internally. So I have read that it gets to be kind of a nuisance the way you have to open it up, since a lot of other fight sticks do open up right here, easy access. You do have to take out the screws in the back to open it up. That may be a nuisance to you if you like to switch out parts a lot. Same with the artwork. I'm pretty sure, yeah, to get this artwork off, you have to unscrew all the screws in the back here. They go all the way through. So that may be something that bothers you, but that is the Razer Panthera Evo. Great fight stick. Excellent. I would definitely recommend it. if it's your first fight stick, like I said, if you either don't mind, have the money to get it at full price, or can catch it on a sale or a deal, great choice. I see no issues, no problems. I would definitely check it out. Mayflash Elite F300 or Mayflash F300 Elite, also a great fight stick, great starter fight stick. That was my first fight stick. The main gripe I had with it was the size. It did tend to get slightly uncomfortable with prolonged play, whereas this, honestly, I can play for a good while because this just serves as an armrest in between matches. Fills your whole lap, arms relax on it with this little slant. Comfortable, no issues, no problems for me. Probably be in a separate video, I'm not sure, but I'll do some gameplay, go through, show using it, playing various games. But look out for that. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Helps me out, goes a long way. Check out some of my other videos, plenty of fighting game content, my original review for the F300 if you're looking for that. That's all I'm gonna have for today, guys. I will catch you guys next time.